Can you imagine a three-sided castle perched right on top of those cliffs? These are the Cliffs of Moher, which we visit on our way to Pretty Galway, where we stay 3 nights. I'll get to that three-sided cliff-top castle later. Galway is a lovely town full of pubs and shops. The seafood is great and the oysters are so fresh and tasty. One day during our stay we visit the picturesque Culmore Abbey in Connemara on the Wild Atlantic Way. And on another we'll take you across the sea to Inishmore, the largest of the Aran Islands, also known as the Islands of the Saints. It's just off the coast of Galway. There are just 3 roads on this island, all with really imaginative names. One is called the Low Road, one is called the Back Road, and one is called Botha Moor, which means the Big Road. These wild and craggy islands are sparsely inhabited, and everywhere you go you pass fields and fields lined with big stone walls. In fact, everywhere you look there's stone, which of course has to be cleared and stacked in lines just so the wild flowers have somewhere to shelter. But seriously, there are some incredible stone shelters and ruined monasteries scattered all across the island. In fact, the Aran Islands boasts the earliest of Irish monasteries. This is St Enda's, the very first monastery dating back 1500 years. An incredibly important site in the early Christian era, as it became the training school for future saints and emissaries that were sent to preach throughout Europe. Hence the island's ancient name, the Island of the Saints. Enda divided the island up into 8 parts and he built a holy refuge. This is Killarney. The name is derived from Kilenda, or the Church of Enda. When we visit these ancient sites, you'll be struck by the striking location and the ancient Celtic stones and crosses. He taught his students to love the hard rock, the dripping cave and the barren earth swept by western gales. They were men of the caves and also men of the cross, and that deprivation drew pilgrims from right across Europe. None had thick fur coats to keep them warm like this local lad. But they weren't the first to build ancient stone structures on the island. Remember me asking you to imagine a 3-sided castle atop massive cliffs? Up top there is Dún Aengus, which dates back 2,800 years and has 3 rings of stone fortifications to the front and the side. But why no walls at the back? That's why. A 300-foot natural stone sheer wall, and down there the wild Atlantic. The scenery is so dramatic and made more so by the fact that there is no fence or barrier at the edge. It was here I said something that probably saved my life. You see, there I was leaning over the edge having a good look down, and I don't know why, but out of the blue I suddenly mentioned to Julianne, "Hey honey, I just remembered I forgot to pay for my life insurance." That stopped her in her tracks. Walking back down the hill, I thought I'd pop in and see the local Craggy Islands tourist office. Oh, isn't that cute? After enjoying an included lunch nearby, we popped back to Galway for a leisurely evening. Time, I think, to go to that pub and enjoy a warming Irish coffee. Cheers, or should I say, sláinte.